Danny, Mark, you go to Adam's house. You wait until his mum's out. You break in.
What?
Through an upstairs window so it's out of the way. Get in, find a pair of his shoes and an item of clothing, a jumper or something. Don't touch that jumper. That's very important. Do not touch the jumper. But you have to get it in a plastic bag without touching it.
What plastic bag?
There are a few sacks you are going to buy on the way. Don't use the first one on the roll, use the third or fourth. Do not be tempted to use a bin liner you have knocking around the house, because that's a DNA nightmare. Richard, after, you take Brian to the head. Tell him you found Brian crying in the toilets, asked him what was wrong, and when he told you, you brought him here.
Me with Bride.
Brian, you cry.
But I hate him.
And you tell him that a man showed you his willy in the woods.
What?
By the bridge last week, a fat postman, say, with bad teeth and a postman's uniform. Now, thinning hair, sad eyes.
Who's that?
The man who showed Brian his willy in the woods. Please keep up, I'm making this up as I go along.
What were his teeth like?
Bad, very bad.
Thought so.
Lou, Danny and Jan, you take the shoes. Lou, you put them on and you enter the woods from the south entrance.
Which one south?
By the Astor?
Yes. Danny, you enter from the east entrance with Jan on your back.
Is he taking the piss?
The weight of the two of you combined should equal that of a fat postman with bad teeth. You make your way into the woods. Do not put her down unless it's on concrete or a tree trunk. Never when you're walking on mud. You meet Lou near the bridge, you walk around a bit, you exit from the south.
By the Asda.
Richard, you meet them there, but on the way, you find a quiet street. You wait until it's just you and a man. You walk ahead of him. When you're far enough ahead, you drop the jumper. He picks it up, runs after you, covering it in DNA, and hands it back. Make sure you let him drop it into the bag. Tell him you're taking it to a charity shop. Take it to the south entrance. Tear it a little, throw it in a hedge. All go home and wait a day or two until Adam's declared missing. And then John Tate comes forward and says he thinks he still saw Adam in a man with a uniform by Asda's, but he can't be sure. They'll think he's been abducted. There'll be inquiries, police, a mourning service, and if everyone keeps their mouths shut, we should be fine. Any questions?
What?
He's not going.
What do you mean he's not going?
He's not going.
That's what he said.
Yes.
That's what he said?
Yes.
Oh my god, is he off his head?
I know.
Is he insane?
I know.
Is he joking?
I know.
No, that's a question.
He said he's not going. He's not going. I said, you've got to go. He said he's not going. I'm not going, he said.
Fuck.
Exactly.
What are we gonna do?
What?
They've they've found
The man.
Yeah, they found the man.
They found the man.
Yeah.
They found the man.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
That's what we thought. We thought that, didn't we, Danny?
Yeah, we did.
Are you sure? I mean, are you sure?
Definitely. He's in custody now and they're questioning him.
But how? I mean, who? How? I don't
I
understand.
don't know.
Who is he?
He's the man who kidnapped Adam.
Right. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, sorry. No, actually, because the man who... He doesn't... I mean, I'm not being fussy or anything, but the man who kidnapped Adam doesn't actually exist, does he? Well, does he?
No, but they've got him.
I heard his teeth are terrible.
I mean, he doesn't... Does he, Phil? Any thoughts? Any ideas? Anything at all? I mean, this is shit. This is just shit.
What are we gonna do?
We're fucked. We're not.
We're fucked.
No, sorry, we're not, are we? Are we, Phil? I mean, we're all right.
They're looking for Brian.
Why?
Because he can identify the man.
No, he can't.
Because he saw him in the woods.
He didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't, because that wasn't the man in the woods, because there wasn't a man in the woods. Where's Brian now?
Hiding. Jan and Mark have gone to find him.
He's shitting it.
I mean, what, they just picked this bloke up? They saw him and said, "You look dodgy. You're a murderer because you're in a postman's uniform."
There's the teeth as well.
You can't go to prison with bad teeth.
What if he goes to
He
prison?
won't go to prison.
You just
Look,
said.
they're not going to send us to prison because he answers the description. He hasn't done it.
I just came from the station. It is filled with reporters. Phil, have you heard?
We heard.
So, you know they've caught him.
How can they have caught someone who doesn't exist?
I don't know, Leah.
Because that's impossible.
Why don't you tell them that? Why don't you go down to the station and say, "Excuse me, but that fat postman with the bad teeth doesn't actually exist, so why don't you let him go?"
Sarcasm, that's the lowest.
He's gonna go to prison.
No, they're not going to send him to prison because he answers the description. They need more than that. They need samples, they need fibres, they need evidence.
DNA evidence.
Exactly, they need DNA evidence.
No, they've got DNA evidence.
What?
They've got DNA evidence. They found this jumper, and they came up with this story of this man who fits the description perfectly.
That's impossible.
Well, that's what happened.
No, because we made that description up. They got DNA from a random... Richard.
I got DNA evidence. I did what you said.
Where did you get DNA evidence from?
From a man, like you said, a man down in the sorting office.
What?
Well, I thought, I would look for a fat, balding postman with bad teeth. There were quite a few.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
I showed
And
initiative.
who asked you to do that?
I showed initiative.
Jesus.
Well, I thought, maybe I would show initiative, look for a fat, balding postman with bad teeth. I thought I'd do what you said.
Jesus Christ.
Why?
Why? Because there's now a man in prison who is linked to a non-existent crime, answering the description that Brian gave.
But isn't that what you
No,
want?
Richard, that's not what we wanted. What we wanted was to cover up what had happened, not to frame anyone else.
We're fucked.
Yes, I think now this is a nightmare.
I mean, I really can't be mixed up in something like this. It wouldn't be right.
What if he goes to prison?
What if we go to prison?
I think now we might actually be a little bit well fucked.
I'm not going in. I'm not going to the police station.
He has to. They're looking for him.
I can't go back in there. It was bad enough talking to them before, saying what I said, but I can't do it again.
He has to. They want him to identify the man.
I can't identify him. I can't go in there. Please don't make me go in there. I'm not going in there.
This is terrible.
I can't face it. They look at me. They look at me like I'm lying and it makes me cry. I can't stand the way they look at me. And then because I'm crying, they think I'm telling the truth, but I'm crying because I'm lying and I feel terrible inside.
We're going to have to tell them.
Maybe we could just do nothing.
We can't do nothing. They want Brian.
I'm not going in.
Phil? Phil? Phil?
This is a bad situation. We didn't want this situation, but we've got this situation. It wasn't meant to be like this, but it is like this. You're going in.
No!
Yes, yes, you have to, or we'll take you up to the grill. We'll throw you in.
Phil?
Is he serious?
He's always serious.
We'll take you up to the grill now. We'll grab you by the arms, by the legs, and we'll swing you onto the grill. We'll chuck rocks at you until you fall through. You'll fall into the dark, into the cold. You'll land on Adams's corpse and you'll rot there together. We're in trouble now. We need your help. If you don't help us, we will kill you. You going to help us? Okay. You go in there. Richard will take you.
Oh, not me again.
Richard will take you. You take a look at that man and you say it's him. You say it's the man from the woods. That is what you do, okay? Okay. Everybody stays calm. Tell no one. Keep your mouth shut or we all go to prison. Just get on with things.